I've always tried to rely on multiple social media platforms just to have multiple touch points with my viewers and followers. So I'm very active on Instagram, active on Facebook, and then I always post weekly on YouTube. I try and take into account the feedback that I receive, whether it's going to conferences and seminars or speaking to other content creators. At the end of the day, it can be a bit of trial and error, and it's not necessarily, from my experience, a one-size-fits-all approach. So I just have a bit of a strategy in place, but I'm always open to needing to be a bit more flexible. So trialing posting more frequently or creating slightly different content and seeing how that goes. That's a really interesting thing with online social media. You never really know where it's going to take you, and you just have to stay open-minded, and things are always changing.
If you're brand new to this or you've just set up your own channel, then I would just say videos don't get shared on their own. If you upload something and it's got 100 views, don't be surprised. There is a lot of content that's uploaded to the internet all the time. One of the things that we do when we upload new content is try and email relevant blogs, websites, Facebook pages, and people who might share that content. You have to be a little bit annoying, and you have to be that person who's like, hey, here, watch my thing, but if not, no one's gonna see it.
Activewear was really important to us because up until then, we had a back catalogue of our videos online, but not that many views. And with a viral hit like Activewear, that got us on the page. It got all of our clips viewed even more. They jumped up by the tens of thousands in weeks.
Which was great to have it. It was already just sitting there from the years of work that we'd done. So Activewear was instrumental in just bringing attention to what we'd already achieved and building the fan base from there.
For anyone that's looking to start a YouTube channel or that have just newly entered the YouTube realm, I think my #1 piece of advice is to just be your authentic self. So for me, I noticed it was around the time where I started to let these walls come down and I did show a bit more vulnerability online, that my followers were able to connect with me more. They became more loyal. I enjoyed what I was doing a lot more as well. And I saw a spike in my growth. So it's really easy to get quite caught up in what everyone else is doing. But I think at the end of the day, if you're finding something that you really enjoy and you want to share that, then there are people out there that are going to want to see that content too.
We've been lucky enough to develop a professional career from making stuff online. But one of the things that we try and focus on, even when we're developing other types of projects, is that they have an online element to them, because it really is, it's a skill set that people who have been doing traditional film and television for a really long time are really trying hard to develop, that ability to break things up into shorter content. So it's kind of one of those things that, when we approach television or film ideas, we're often trying to think about too, is like, what's the content strategy around this? What's the short form pieces of content that will help feed the bigger project that might live somewhere else, on a more traditional network?